Hi everybody, we're going to talk about notes from the 7th grade Common Core lesson 1.5 dividing integers. I've gone ahead and I've listed the rules that go along with dividing integers. A positive divided by a positive is going to be a positive. A negative divided by a negative is a positive. Negative divided by a positive is a negative, and a positive divided by a negative is a negative. These rules are the same rules as multiplication. Because when we talk about our fact families, the opposite operation of division is multiplication. So we can say a positive times a positive is a positive times a negative is a negative times a positive is a negative, and when you're multiplying two negatives, it equals a positive. So we're going to use that in order to evaluate some expressions. If I have negative 8 divided by 4, 8 divided by 4 is 2. This is the opposite of 8, so the opposite of 2 is negative 2, because a negative divided by a positive is a negative. In this problem, example 2, you have to do multiplication and division. So I have 3 times negative 4, which is negative 12, and I have negative 12 divided by negative 6. Negative 12 divided by negative 6 ends up being positive 2, because two negatives when being divided end up being a positive, because 12 divided by 6 is 2. The opposite of 2 is negative 2, and the opposite of negative 2 is 2. In example 3, we're being asked to go ahead and find the mean. In order to find the mean, you find the sum of all of the numbers and then divide by however many numbers there are. If I were to go ahead and add these numbers up, I'm going to go ahead and add up negative 3 plus 5 plus 4 plus negative 3 plus 2. I can work from left to right if I want, or I could go ahead and do some groupings. If I go ahead and do groupings, I have 9, 10, 11, and I have 11 positives, and 3 negatives and 3 negatives are 6 negatives. So 11 plus negative 6 is positive 5. So I have 5 is the sum, and then I go ahead and I divide by however many numbers there are. Because there are 5 numbers, 5 divided by 5 equals 1. So the mean of these numbers is 1, because I've added them all together, and then I divided by however many numbers there are. When you're dividing integers, it's important to make sure you understand these rules and why those rules are the way they are, and be able to evaluate division, multiplication, division, and adding and subtracting, and multiplication and division. Make sure that throughout the video you start and stop so that you can go ahead and get all the information down. You may want to go ahead and watch the whole video and write it, or write the whole video and then watch it. Make sure that if there's any questions, you're writing in the margin what your questions are so you can ask in class, or shoot me an email. Thanks. Have a good one.